Yo, ladies and gentlemen, what is happening? Welcome back once again to another video. I hope everybody's well, having a great day. Before this video goes any further, I'd just like to say a big thank you. You know, you absolutely smashed the likes on the last video. I know I don't really get promoted out anymore on YouTube on the recommended or anything, so I tend to only get 500, 600 views per video, but that video got 600 views and it nearly got 100 likes. So that's amazing. So 1 in 6 of you liking the video. That's a phenomenal view to like ratio. So yeah, thank you everybody for that. So today, let me just move the mic a bit closer. Should have done that to begin with, but oh well. Amateur hour over here at Simon B1471 Central. So we've all had the huge update. What as I think it was 130 gig. I kind of have my updates going on in the background, and because I'm working from home, my PC is on constantly anyway, so I don't really see, you know, all these updates going off. But there was an update for Season 2, halftime or whatever they've called it. You know, it's pretty irrelevant to me at the moment what happens, you know, in Warzone, but we're going to talk about it anyway in today's video. But the first thing I want to talk about, apart from the size of the goddamn thing, I think it was 130 gig, correct me if I'm wrong, but I know it was huge. Let's just say the update was huge, right? And guess what's come back? You know, Jack Frags, who I am critical of other YouTubers sometimes, but I think Jack is one of the better people out there. I actually like Jack. He comes across as a well-mannered kind of middle-aged person, probably a bit younger than me, but he's not far off my age. So he's put the STIM. The STIM glitch is back, ladies and gentlemen, for the 27th time. Every time they do an update, something goes wrong with this game. You know, something goes back. And for anybody who thinks that there's going to be any kind of anti-cheat coming to this game anytime soon, you're deluded, really, or very, very naive. They can't even update the game without getting old problems coming back. I think the people who work at Raven Software now are just not good enough. I genuinely think maybe they are hiring based on things other than the skill of the developer they are hiring. Because how can a game go from being fairly well refined, Call of Duty over the years, it's never been perfect. How can it go from that to how it is now? I know they're spending way more time now these days, especially on micro DLC content. Like I've said in yesterday's video, what they tend to do is make a weapon overpowered. So like the Ohhh, for example, and the FFAR. They release skins for those weapons. Everybody buys them. And then after a bit, once the community's fed up of using those weapons, and everybody's bought the weapon skins, that's the biggie here. Once everybody's bought those weapon skins, what they will do is nerf those weapons and then buff another 2 weapons, so then everybody goes and buys the skins, which, oh look, as if by magic, they'll release a new bundle for 20 quid for each of those weapons. You know, the game now gets nerfs and buffs, not based on pure gameplay. It gets buffed based on, okay, we can sell some more skins for these different weapons now. Everybody will go and buy them because these are the go-to, you know, overpowered weapons. So yeah, Jack Frag tweets about that. Raven Software, you know, yet again, Virtue signaling, oh, look, Season 2 will go live in Warzone. And wasn't they all saying that Season 2 is going to be the most content we've ever had in Call of Duty? And may that not be an actual lie, as in what they're doing in the game? The actual content they're adding is really stuff we don't even necessarily want in the game. So let me put myself over there. So the threat level rises in Verdansk. So in other words, you're basically having zombies probably more areas. Big deal. I think they've missed a trick with that. Maybe if they had zombies all over the map, you may have had a good idea, but having it in certain areas kind of definitely makes it a worse gameplay experience. Yet again, you know, amateur hour over at Raven Studios, just simple things. They obviously don't spend as much time as what they should on QA testing. Do they even ask people what they think anymore before they actually implement anything? What are they called now? I can't remember the name of it, but not product testers, but they will tend to get a group of people in a room and they'll ask them certain things about what they want to do. It's like a kind of questionnaire, market research, that's it. But don't they kind of have some system in place thinking that, well, I'm the developer of the game, I'm going to be biased, I'm going to think whatever I do is going to be great. Well, you fall in love with projects, and to think that it's a good idea to just put zombies in one area of the map on Warzone, you're going to get everybody going to that area. It's amateur hour, guys. New multiplayer maps. Now, they're using that term loosely. Miami Strike 6v6 is pretty much Miami, but condensed because the map was way too big when it was first released for 6v6. So, you know, they're using the term new there and stretching it as far as what it can go. Mansion 2v2, 3v3. Now, I know a lot of people enjoy those modes, and when I play them on the off occasion with viewers when I'm live streaming, don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun, but, you know, Call of Duty is seriously lacking in 6v6 content. I think they should have kind of tried to get a bit more of that in. And then Guyâ, if I've said that right, correct me if I'm wrong, multi-team. Now, we used to have a three-way, what was it, a three-way multi-team? I'm laughing, guys. I can't say why I'm laughing, but yeah, we used to have a three-way multi-team game mode on Black Ops 2. I don't know if it was since then. It was like multi-team deathmatch. Yeah, maybe a good idea, but yet again, it's all right having stuff like this when you've got a lot of 6v6 content, 9v9 content in the game, but you haven't. And then it says new multiplayer modes, gunfight tournament, which I'm sure a lot of people actually enjoy that. I don't, but, you know, I'm sure there's a big enough group of people out there for that to be viable in the game. In-season blueprint gun game, fair enough. And then multi-team hardpoint, which, like we've said, stuff like that's been in the game before. It's never been popular. And then Outbreak, you get a new region, which I think Outbreak is okay. I think it's a decent addition to the game. I'm not going to lie. Everybody just thinks I talk about how bad everything is all the time. You know, Outbreak is a decent feature they've brought into the game. But for me, it just takes too long. When I'm going on and playing video games, I know this doesn't apply to anybody, but I'm talking here. It's my video. It's my channel. It's my upload. When I'm playing a video game, I haven't normally got 2 or 3 hours to play, you know, video games. I'll have a quick half an hour here, maybe an hour max. Obviously, if I'm live streaming, yes, I can. But I think a lot of people don't really get the time to appreciate Outbreaks. It takes a while to actually play the goddamn thing. It's not like 6v6 where it's like, oh, I just want to jump in, have a few games. You can have 5 or 6 games in an hour. You know, you have a laugh, you have fun. Well, you used to. You used to, ladies and gentlemen. You don't really get fun anymore. New objective secure, don't really know what that is, I'm not going to lie. New dirt bike to go around and new intel. Woo, just filling areas in there. Oh, look, new operators, which are going to cost you money. A new weapon, which I should imagine is probably going to be overpowered, and it's going to have a £20 skin in the shop. And then prop hunt returns, which, don't get me wrong, that's a fair... You know, you could have a laugh on that for 30 minutes. I know it's a very, very popular thing, but... Yeah, just to kind of come over all this... They're not doing enough. They make it look like they're putting loads into the game, guys, but really they're not. This is just kind of filler stuff just to make it look like they're putting stuff into it. Why can't they just stop all this shit, what they're doing here, and just put 4 or 5 6v6 maps into the game? That's what a lot of people want. I know 6v6 is dead now, but even this, right? Let's look at what's popular. Warzone. Warzone's popular. Most people play that. Fair enough. Well, why aren't they giving us actual proper content in Warzone instead of just DLC stuff? Oh, look, I can play as Wolf or Rivas. You know, oh, look, we've got a new weapon. You know, why don't they... You know, what's happened to this new map? I know apparently it's going to drop in April, but originally it was supposed to drop at the beginning of March. It was supposed to be at the start of Season 2, but they keep on going back and back and back. But like I've said, you know, while people are buying, you know, all these weapon skins, they are pretty much going to put everything to one side and just concentrate on making as much money as possible. And is a new map going to make them as much money as possible? No. Is an anti-cheat going to make them as much money as possible? No, of course it isn't. What is going to make them as much money as possible is keep on spamming that shop full of all skins, what people are buying, and then keep on doing weapon balancing. And then once you've done weapon balancing for Warzone, just keep on swapping what skins you release at £20 each. You know? A lot of people don't see the bigger picture here. They don't see the corporate side of things. But yeah, Raven Software, I genuinely think you haven't got people good enough to actually handle a project as big as Warzone. Like I've said, you know, right at the start of the video, when you have a problem with a bug, and then every single time you do any kind of update, the bug comes back. Yeah, you can make a mistake once. You can probably make a mistake twice. But how many times has this happened? 4 times? Is it 5? You know, it's unforgivable. In any other industry, if you made the same mistake 5 times, 4 times even, you would be fired. So why aren't Raven Software coming out, apologising for things, and why aren't they being reprimanded? Because this is ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And, you know, ultimately people keep on buying the skins and they just make the problem worse. Because really, you know, do you really think Activision are going to take time, you know, repairing the game, you know, getting rid of all the bugs, the problems, you know, making a new map, putting an anti-cheat in the game? Do you really think they're going to spend time doing that when they can spend time making £20 skins, which are going to make them loads of money? You know, it's pretty obvious, but yeah, it's shocking, guys, shocking. Love you all. Cheerio. Bye-bye.